everyone, and welcome to Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse for the Friday Night Fights border battle between the Coon Rapids Cardinals and the Blaine Bengals. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro sidelines, and Howie, historically the Cardinals have been the dominant between these two programs, but the Bengals are up and coming, and they sit right next to one another in the state's lean and mean.
Yeah, if you look at it number-wise, they're 14 and 15, respectively. Blaine being one place above Coon Rapids, and Blaine's really done a nice job in their program as they've been coming up. It used to be the times where Coon Rapids would handle the Bengals quite easily, but now the Bengals have a nice program and they're representing.
And this is a big battle mid-season, conference and section implications, of course. Both trying to chase the perennial power Anoka Tornadoes, who the Cardinals will have here next Thursday.
Actually, I believe they wrestle at Anoka next Thursday, I'm pretty sure. Nonetheless, and that's a big one. Anoka right now is rated 7th in the state. Always that we talk about how hard the section is.
So the Cardinals will forfeit at 106. So the Bengals get the early lead.
Section 7 has
Logan
7 teams
against Jacob Bross to start at 113.
I was going to say they have 7 teams in the top 20 in this section. Always tough.
Rotzine staying low, gets in for the single leg. Finishes the takedown near the edge. Bross right back to his feet and earns the escape.
You can see both these wrestlers being aggressive right away.
Find your way back to center, gentlemen.
Locked up top and being told to move back toward the center of the mat. That lock being applied by Bross. Rotzine tried to counter, ended up underneath, but able to slither his way back out, so no takedown points awarded. Off the edge of the mat, there's still neutral position.
Yeah, Bross had a little bit of a position, but you're right. Rotzine did a nice job of getting back to where he needed to be, holding a slim 2-1 lead.
Rotzine getting in low again, got a hold of Bross's right leg. Trying to work in behind him. Bross trying to stay in control of the head. Bross trying to back out.
Yeah.
Rotzine trying to bring him back in.
They did a nice job of bringing him back into the ring.
He's got Bross's leg in a pretty uncomfortable position, but not able to gain advantage enough to get another takedown. Under 30 seconds remaining first period. Bross trying to sit his way out and scramble out of bounds.
Yep, they're going to blow the whistle here.
Rotzine will get the takedown on the edge of the mat with 13 seconds left.
That puts him up 4-1.
Rotzine able to break him back down, look to put the cradle on underneath. Now goes with a strong crossface. But this time is going to expire. Rotzine will go to the second period with a 4-1 lead.
Oh, nice first period for Logan Rotzine. He's able to get those 4 points. Start down.
Rotzine starting on the bottom here in period number 2. Bross keeping his waist in tight. Not letting Rotzine squirm away. Now he's able to sit and twist out. Rotsine again being aggressive, going after that left leg of Bras.
Yeah, it does a nice.
Trying to keep control,
Yeah.
but potentially dangerous, so they reset. 5-1 lead for Logan Rotsine, early second period. 113-pound weight class.
Yeah, Cardinals like to get certainly get the win here.
Oh, and Bras caught him and nearly turned him to his back. Rotsine doing a nice job of rotating out. And now is Bras in with a good deep shot to the single leg.
Rotsine's got to hold the leg.
Able to stave off the attack, at least momentarily. Still a lot of this period to go as we just ticked under a minute. Two more takedown points for Rotsine.
He's doing a nice job of increasing his lead.
Trying to get that cradle on. Bras trying to hold him off or reverse it. Got his legs out, and he is going to get the reversal.
And he needed that as this period's winding down 7-3.
15 seconds remaining, second period. 7-3 the lead for Logan Rotsine. Bras trying to break him down in the final seconds. Not going to happen. Rotsine back to his stomach. And the period will come to an end. 7-3 for the Coon Rapids wrestler.
A big third period here. And they, as I was mentioning earlier, they've got a tough one coming up at 120. Do the Cardinals.
Now it's Bras's turn to start on the bottom. Rotsine trying to get him turned over. Bras nearly got away, but Rotsine back into control. Bras to his feet, trying to get control of the hands. And he ends up with the reversal. Rotsine just held on too long.
Yeah, nice move. Able to get up in a stance and then get that reverse to get those couple of points.
Rotsine able to roll his way back to his base. And now being warned for stalling. Rotsine trying to sit his way out. Bras keeping control of the arms behind the back. And after the forfeit in the first weight class, Coon Rapids needs every point.
Well, yeah, especially
a
with
couple of the top Bengal wrestlers coming up in the next couple of matches.
Yeah, 120 and 126, two rated wrestlers for Blaine.
Escape gives Rotsine the 8-5 lead. Down to the final 30 seconds of period number 3. Off the mat, 12 seconds left. Bras needs a takedown with back points, and he needs it quickly.
Yes, he does.
Went for the single leg, and Rotsine able to stay away. Went to toss Rotsine, but he catches him, counters, scores a couple right before the buzzer. So he'll have the 10-5 decision.
Yeah, nice win for him. Really held it from the get-go. That'll be 6-3 in favor of Blaine. There you see it again. It just gets that takedown there. Nice reversal. That reversal by Bras.
And now at 120, we'll see Luke Studer for the Bengals, who is ranked 10th in the state against the Cardinals' John Svobodny.
Yeah, and Studer just a ninth grader, just a freshman.
little bit longer than Svobody, but Svobody able to get in and get the leg up in the air, trying to get Studer back toward the center of the mat.
Yeah, I think Svobody ideally would like to score some early points.
Svobody backs him out of bounds.
Starter looking to go low if he could, but
Svobody trying to get in on the legs again, but Studer fights him off. And then able to escape the attempt by Studer as we go to the second part of the first period.
yeah, Studer tried to get those legs, but Svobody did a really nice job of getting
Svobody
away.
again getting that leg and getting Studer in some trouble right on the edge of the mat. Trying to gain control and get some points. Studer back to his feet there off the mat again. 39 seconds left. And a warning for Svobody for the push after they were out of bounds.
Under 30 in period number 1 here in this 120-pound match.
Svobody trying to head whip as we get to the final 10 seconds. Gets in deep with the double leg. Picks Studer up and takes him to the ground, but doesn't gain control long enough to get the takedown points.
Yeah, official shook his head, saying nothing, no score at that point.
Gave Svobody another
Did a nice job with the
warning
attempted.
look for the hard takedown.
If Studer can get the escape, get the first points.
Well, definitely the taller, longer
Yep.
of the two. Svobody trying to stay in control on top, had the quarter Nelson in. He's trying to keep pressure on the back of Studer's head, keep him from wiggling out from underneath.
He's got it there.
They are going to give him
Yep.
the escape just before getting out of bounds.
So far, points tough to come by here in this match.
Svobody trying to get in, staying away again is Studer. Now Svobody got that leg, nearly had the takedown, but Studer's so quick to get back to his feet.
Yeah, quick to get, and then gain position.
Svobody still trying to control that leg, but again, just stretching out his Studer, trying to break that grip behind his right hamstring, and now a stalemate called. They'll return to the center of the mat. Still 1-0 in the favor of Luke Studer. In, got the ankle. Takes him down, but not in a position where he can gain control again. Svobody probably 3 good takedowns,
Yes.
but just not able to finish them with Studer in a position that Svobody would have that control for the 1 second he needs to get the points.
And give credit to Studer quickly maneuvering out.
He has definitely been able to stay out of some trouble.
Yeah.
Some good wrestling. I think Svobody has shown the advantage in quickness. But Studer, just the ability to stay out of trouble has been impressive.
Well, and he also, he has to be pretty pleased with the way he is, just down 1-0 against the 10th rated wrestler. Because again, you talked about just not able to control him on the takedown, and Studer doing a good job of just kind of wiggling his way out, and avoiding any issues. Gonna get a caution here.
Svobodny quickly to his feet, but Studer puts his weight on him, gets him back down. Studer again to his, or Svobodny rather, again to his feet, and able to break free, even the match. One escape each. Other than that, neither able to gain an advantage.
Well, now that we're in the third period, obviously, this is where you're tied at 1. You need to score some points.
Svobodny has been the aggressor most of the time. Studer with a shot attempt there. He's caught. Svobodny trying to get around behind him. And Studer again just so elusive.
Yep, very
slippery.
Quick. Yep.
For the taller guy, he's the one that's the shiftiest. He's wiry.
He is wiry. You are correct.
We're going to get another stalemate here off on the edge or no?
Well, so far, he's letting him wrestle. Oh, there we go.
52 seconds remaining. A 1-1 tie here in the third period.
Blaine, coaching staff telling Studer to move him.
Svobodny trying to gain control up top.
Oh, he got
and
the point.
A point for Svobodny on the penalty, but then a takedown for Studer, and he's got Svobodny in some trouble. Big bridge.
Svobodny doing a good job of not getting turned on his back. This
It's
going to run out.
Be a victory, though, for Studer right at the end. The takedown after the shocking penalty point.
Yep.
Studer immediately follows it with the only takedown and gets the 3-2 win.
Yeah, it became extremely aggressive. It'll be a 9-3 lead for the Bengals. See it again. Look how quick Studer is to get the takedown, get those points, to get the win.
And now at 126, we have Jordan Driscoll for the Bengals, ranked 5 in the state right now against the Cardinals' Gabe DeGriss.
Yeah, Gabe's going to have his hands full here in this match against Driscoll.
Driscoll with the takedown. DeGriss doing a good job to roll right back to his stomach at least, avoid back points, but now Driscoll trying to put in the cradle, and he's got DeGriss in some trouble.
He does. He's trying to use his leverage to get him back in closer towards the center of the mat.
Got him in the cradle, and he's got him turned. He's going to get some back points. DeGriss trying to desperately to kick his way out.
Yeah, Driscoll doing a good job of just holding tight, making sure he doesn't get out of that.
DeGriss able to finally break the grip, but 3 near fall points will mean a 5-0 lead. And now they're off the mat. 33 seconds left in period number 1.
Yeah, so far the 5th rated wrestler, Jordan Driscoll, being the aggressor.
And DeGris starting out underneath, and not a position you want to be with the power and talent of Driscoll.
Nope.
DeGris able to get to his feet, but broken down before he can break the grasp. They'll return to the center of the mat. 10 seconds left.
Well, Gabe just has to try and weather this storm here. Regroup. Down 5-0. Driscoll, a talented wrestler.
That's going to do it for the first period. It was all Jordan Driscoll. He's got a 5-0 lead.
Red, first, green. Green's going up.
So Driscoll defers. DeGris will choose the top. Opportunity to see if he can do something and turn Driscoll to his back. Driscoll quickly to his feet, broken back down. Quickly spins, gains control of a leg. DeGris now keeping control of that right leg of Driscoll.
Well, that's the key, not letting him get any leverage, not letting him get out of that. But you have to be able to try and score points from the spot if possible.
DeGris changing tactic, working on that leg, trying to get Driscoll turned over.
Under a minute here in the second.
Well, DeGris at the very least doing a nice job of staying in control. Driscoll getting the warning for stalling underneath.
Well, yeah, he has, and you know,
and he's looked at a number of different ways to try and get him turned over. Right now, he's got that left arm of Driscoll in a precarious position to try and get him onto his back. Driscoll finally able to gain control of his own arms.
still
and DeGris wrenching on the legs.
Not allowing him to escape.
And time is going to run out before DeGris can score any points.
But he didn't allow Driscoll to score any as well.
So it's still 5-0 in the Bengal favor. And Driscoll chooses the neutral position for the third. DeGris got in. But Driscoll keeps working, keeps his legs away. And now trying to work on the arms of DeGris underneath.
Yeah, pressuring his head as well. Got a hold of that left arm.
Driscoll able to get around behind. And it's going to be a takedown as he gets his head out of the headlock. And he's just going to cut him.
At that point, yeah, with a 7-0 lead, he can afford to cut him as he goes down low. Uses his quickness.
Double leg takedown. Down to the final minute of the third period. The lead now 9-1. DeGris trying to get a reversal, but they're going to end up off the mat. Driscoll still in control. 9-1 lead, 37.6 seconds remaining. Driscoll trying to stay in control. DeGris able to get around behind, not able to get still not able to break the grip of Driscoll with the right arm across his waist.
Yeah, just using his strength to
10
hold
seconds. And that's an extra point for the team. That's a huge hold.
Yep.
They are going to give him an escape point, so it's 9-2, but still 7 points and a major decision.
So it's a 12-3 lead now in favor of Blaine. You see, again, just doing a nice job of getting over on top of him, but Driscoll just using his strength to stay away from points against.
Jordan Gresseth Clendenning, the Blaine wrestler, taking on the Cardinals' Alex Kowalczyk.
A freshman and a sophomore. Freshman for Blaine, sophomore for the Cardinals. Cardinals need some points here.
Well, Bengals 2 rated wrestlers only able to get 1 bonus point.
Right, which is a plus.
Kowalczyk gets the first points here at 132 with the takedown. Kowalczyk a little bit high, and Gresseth Clendenning nearly able to shrug him over the top.
Kowalczyk trying to work on that left leg.
Kowalczyk looking for a way to get Gresseth turned over.
Yeah, he hasn't been able to so far, but he's looking either working at the leg or left leg or that right arm.
Time's going to run out in the first period. Kowalczyk will have the 2-0 lead, though.
Green defers. Red. Red's going to go neutral.
Kowalczyk defers. Gresseth Clendenning chooses neutral. Gresseth trying to get around behind, but Kowalczyk has a tight grip on the arm underneath.
Yeah, not letting him maneuver around.
Stalemate, and we'll start over. Good single leg shot by Gresseth Clendenning. Turns it into a double leg. Kowalczyk holding on over the top, trying to keep this from happening. Gresseth rolls over, still not in control. Kowalczyk has that left leg now.
When he's trying to gain possession with that right arm of Kowalczyk.
And now a takedown awarded to Gresseth Clendenning will make this a tie match at 2-all.
And a stalemate. Kowalczyk would like to see if he can get an escape point here.
Clendening working out that right arm.
He has been trying to do that here in the second period.
And a cramp, perhaps, for aggressive Clendening. See, all of a sudden let go. Let's hope that it's nothing more than that. That's certainly the way it looks as he's stretching out that calf muscle.
Yeah. Pushing that leg back, working that cramp out. Yeah, that can happen so easily.
They are going to give the escape point to Kowalczyk right as it happened. And our referee came over, explained it to the scorer's table, explained it to both coaches.
Yeah, we'll see if this cramp situation stays away, because those are easy situations to continue and get back.
12 seconds left in the period. Aggressive, trying to get a takedown and take a lead. And he does.
Yep.
He'll be up 4-3 going into the third period.
Big third period coming up here. And the Cardinals can.
That's a great finish to the period after the injury timeout. Apparently he got the calf
worked out.
The calf cramp under control. Aggressive Clendening on top to start the third period with a 4-3 lead.
Kowalczyk just trying to get out and get free.
An escape for aggressive ties it back at 4-all. Last two takedowns have gone to the Bengals' aggressive Clendening. And there is the escape, and we're even up.
They needed it. We're
under a minute to go.
I was going to say under a minute. Tied at 4.
Kowalczyk getting in, fighting for that leg. Getting it up and has aggressive Clendening in some trouble, and he's got the takedown.
Big move by Kowalczyk. We approach 30 seconds. Kowalczyk took a quick second to look up at the clock to see where it was.
Stalemate called, so they'll return to center. 17 seconds left. A 2-point lead for Kowalczyk, who is currently in control. Aggressive trying to reach back and get control of the head, get turned around. Kowalczyk circles, stays in control, and he will get the Cardinals a much-needed win at 132.
Yeah, they had to have some points there. Did not want to fall behind at this point. They were down 12-3. That'll cut the lead in half. See it again to make sure he controlled that, get a couple of points for the takedown. Ended up those were the deciding 2 points to win that match.
Now Tyler Studer against Elijah Demba at 138.
Elijah likes, certainly use his quickness.
And he will get the first takedown, first points of the night.
No, gets the escape.
Demba gets another takedown right on the edge of the mat. And they'll go back to the center. Double check Studer's knee, make sure he's not bleeding. Studer to his feet and gets another escape. Demba, another good shot. Trying to gain control of that leg. Does, gets a trip and a takedown.
That was nice. Again, using his speed, his quickness.
Studer right back to his feet and gets the escape.
I don't think they gave him the point because I don't think he fully escaped.
Apparently not.
Still has possession.
So that takedown and escape were negated, and now the takedown right on the edge. Great job keeping the toes in bounds. Football team.
Yep.
Maybe wants to take a look at the pointed toes. Studer back to his feet, broken down by Demba, down to 15 seconds remaining first period. Elijah Demba with the 6-2 lead.
That time he got the escape. Elijah with a nice first period, up 6-3.
Studer deferred. Demba chooses the down position. Studer's first opportunity to be in control. Demba stands strong on his base. Good pressure applied by Studer. And now getting that right arm and trying to put the arm bar on. Now we'll go back to working on the head.
So far, Studer doing a good job of not letting Demba up. Controlling from up top.
Demba gets turned and a couple of back points for Studer.
That's going to cut the lead to 1.
Demba to his feet. Studer staying in control of a leg. And maybe tried too hard because he's going to get reversed instead. Right on the edge of the mat again by Demba.
Yeah, Elijah made him pay on that one. He's able to increase his lead back to 3.
Trying to get the cradle in and then drag him back out. .22 seconds remaining in the second period. 8-5 lead for Elijah Demba. Demba working on that cradle again.
Oh, he turned
And
him.
now he's got Studer in a little bit of trouble, but Studer able to roll back out. Under 10 seconds remaining. 5. And that's where it's going to end. An 8-5 lead for Elijah Demba going to the third.
I thought you were going to do a countdown when you said 5. I thought you were going to go 4, 3, 2, 1.
No.
No.
You know, an update every couple seconds is
good.
enough, don't you think, Shapiro?
I think so. I just, you're a
Always
loose
the
cannon
critic.
sometimes.
Always the critic.
I was never criticizing you, ever.
Studer
you are the
starts out
master.
on top again in the third period. Demba had a hard time getting out and didn't have the reversal until almost 90 seconds into that second period. Demba to his feet. Studer stays in control.
No, he's off the mat.
And nearly had him in some trouble with the toes in them. Just needs bigger feet.
I'll have to work on that.
Would have been able to keep himself in bounds.
He's a junior, so he's got a year for his feet to grow.
30 seconds into this third period, Elijah Demba with a 3-point edge over Tyler Studer at 138. Demba trying to roll out and get the reverse. Studer holding on. And now he's in a position where he has to. Lost the opportunity to cut him loose and only give up one. Studer just trying to prevent it and get out of the ring. Instead, he's in a ton of trouble. Demba needs to get his own body out of the way in order to get him fully turned, but
Studer trying to stay off his back.
down to 20 seconds. So a 2-point reversal and 2 near fall points. Pushes the lead to 12-5. 10 seconds left. Make it 12-6. Down to the last 10. Demba could have gotten a takedown in the final seconds. He would have gotten the 8-point lead needed for a major decision.
Nonetheless, a nice match by him, led from start to finish. See the reversal coming up here where he'll get his back points. Just couldn't get the pin. Cardinals trailing now 12-9. Janish for the Bengals, and we've seen Dale Jones, but he's quick.
Very.
Yeah, he is very quick.
It's still young.
Yep.
He's just a sophomore.
Yeah, I was going to say sophomore.
A lot of youth in the Cardinals lineup.
Of youth, a bunch of youths.
I tell you, that sophomore class just packed with talent top to bottom.
Yeah, I know
Every
one.
sport.
I know one personally.
I know more than one.
I know you do.
Jones getting in deep, getting a hold of Janish, and getting back to his feet. Janish able to stay out of trouble, though. Neither wrestler being terribly
I
aggressive
was just
here
going to say that.
in the first period, not wanting to expose themselves. Jones has attempted a couple of times, but for the most part, just a lot of hand checking for the last 90 seconds. Jones again using that speed and trying to fake Janish out.
You can see how fast Jones is.
And he's strong, too. Strong headlock, and he got Janish turned over. Janish in trouble, able to roll back out of it, and then able to get the reversal.
They're tied at 2.
Wow, that was a huge reversal.
It really was.
Reversal for Janish, because Jones throws that headlock on, and you see him right away get too high. And Janish just able to kick himself out and get right back on top.
Yeah, it was a big move.
If Jones is a little lower on the chest, that one's all over. Janish will start out on the bottom. 2-2 score into the second period at 1:45.
Jones trying to break him down. Keep him in the down position.
Janish able to get up and get away.
And he's Janish aggressive as soon as he got out of there.
Jones tried to get in for the single leg, but well defended by Janish. Look to get in for a double leg, and again, Janish able to fend him off.
Yeah, Janish doing a good job defensively in that situation. Just counteracting that speed from Dalen Jones.
Janish going for the firemen's, the warning being delivered to Janish. Janish really outside of one sweep at the legs, really has not been very aggressive. And as I say that, he gets in, gets a single leg. Had to stay with it for a while, but he's got the leg, and he's got Jones in a little bit of trouble on the edge of the mat. And they will end up off the mat, no possession or control. Down to the last 20 seconds of the second period now. Janish, that 3-2 lead, got the escape in this second period, the only difference in our score. Janish tried to get to the legs of Jones, got caught, and time is going to run out. And Janish will go to the third period with a lead. And Janish, Jones had the
down.
opportunity, and he chose the down position.
He helps.
Throws me off that they're the green team, not the red team, in the ref's view, and a very quick escape for Jones.
Just going to say that. Get that quick escape and get that point to tie it up.
And now it all comes down to the next minute and 45 seconds. Jones showing off the speed, dancing a bit, making Janish jump. Janish stays low, gets in, gets the leg. And Jones now trying to put him in a cradle over the top.
He's trying to get out of the grasp of that. He's got his right leg.
He's got the takedown as he put his head in and now jumps around behind. Has that 5-3 lead.
Yeah, looking to make a move here. Under a minute.
Janish back to his base. Great grab and arm roll for the reversal.
Yeah, and that ties it up.
Down to 30 seconds. Jones back to his feet. Able to get the escape
huge.
and take a lead. 25 seconds remaining. Janish going for Jones's legs. He's able to stay away. Tried to toss him and get back. Janish comes back. Jones jumps over the top to get the takedown. Wow. In the final 10 seconds. What an athletic and well improvised move, and then holding on as Janish tried to reverse again. That's a big win for the sophomore for the Cardinals, and we're back to even at 12 all.
Yeah, and that's big. Cardinals down a little bit, but able to fight back to tie it up here as we move. Look at the athletic move.
I love it.
I just
love
love
it. Just
that.
Jumped over the top. Well, the last time you saw him use his speed and his fakes to get Janish down, but Janish took advantage staying low when Jones stood back up straight. This time, got control of the head, jumped over the top.
We move to 152. So Demetrius Seals for the Cardinals. And Brady O'Loughlin for the Bengals. Seals the sophomore, O'Loughlin the senior.
Yeah, look at that through the middle weights. You've got the three seniors at the lower weights, right? After 106, you got Rothstein, Svobany, and DeGris are seniors. And then you got Kovalchuk, Demba, Jones, Seals, all sophomores. 4 in a row through the middle weights for the Cardinals. Clock didn't start.
Didn't start. You can move it to 150.
So halfway through the meet, we are tied.
Yes, we
at
are.
12 all. O'Loughlin able to slip his head out of the headlock and drive through for a takedown, and Seals in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, he's in a hurt. World of hurt here. There it is.
There it is.
That's a big one, Joe.
Just 44 seconds in. First pin of the evening.
Yeah, he didn't waste any time. We'll see Brady O'Loughlin doing a nice job. The takedown, and then he's going to get Seals.
Well, they had battling headlocks going, and as soon as
Yeah.
O'Loughlin got his head slipped out, Seals was in a lot of trouble.
Yes, he was.
And just great job by O'Loughlin driving with the legs. And now Zach Thomas for the Cardinals against Grant Allen for Blaine. And a very quick start.
Yep.
Both guys being aggressive. Great job by Thomas to get the takedown.
Again, another one of the very quick wrestler for Coon Rapids.
This is Moses Medemba.
Oh, yeah, it is. You're right. They switched it on us.
Demba with Allen in the cradle. Cardinals could really use Demba, who is scheduled to wrestle at 170. Moving up, try and answer and get the Cardinals those bonus points back.
Well, Moses is fifth rated at 160.
Lets Allen go.
Well, he's quick, though.
And another takedown. But Demba definitely in control early on, but would like to get one of these takedowns that puts Allen to his back. He gets another takedown quickly.
15.
But again, Allen just back to his base, back to his stomach.
Oh, Moses has built up a nice lead here in this first period, 6-2. But I think you're right. I think the, you know, you had talked about that Moses was going to wrestle at 170. I think looking for the pin to try and tie it up.
For sure.
Yeah.
Fireman's carry.
Yep.
Into a double leg. And that's power to the mat.
Yeah,
but see how quickly that Allen slips back to his stomach.
Yeah, just staying off his back.
So 3 takedowns and really no opportunity to get Allen on his back at all. Demba quickly to his feet. Allen tried to break him back down. Demba got turned around and then bullied his way for the reversal and nearly had Allen again on his back, but Allen quick to get back to his stomach.
Oh, and that was the key.
And now, had him in the cradle momentarily, but Allen able to kick his way out of it. Got him locked up again, and now Allen in a ton of trouble right in the middle of the mat, and there it is.
And exactly that's what they needed, the Cardinals. A quick pin by the Bengals, followed by a second period pin by the Cardinals.
Demba playing to the crowd.
Yep. I got those 6 points back.
Getting the crowd fired up.
Yeah, nice pin. Just do again using his quickness. And there you see. Now we have Zach Thomas. Andrew Huss for the Bengals.
Well, Thomas and Demba, they look alike.
Silly us.
I read the paper in front of me.
Yeah, you know, it's like.
And then I
It's
listen
like Ron
to
Burgundy.
the.
That's like
Then
Ron
I listen
Burgundy.
to the audience that
Yeah.
knows all these kids.
Yeah, it's like we don't.
I have a roster. Give me a break. Zach Thomas trying to gain control on Huss. Cardinals have yet to lead in this match. There's a takedown for Thomas. Started with a forfeit at 106 for the home squad. They trailed 12-3 after 4. Battled back to tie it at 12. And then pins back and forth have us at 18-all. Thomas getting him turned, and Huss in a little bit of trouble in that headlock. Going to get a couple of back points. Still putting that pressure on. Trying to get Huss turned. Huss able to stay strong on his hips and get out of it. Not give up the pin, but a 5-0 lead now for Thomas. 30 seconds left in the first period.
Yeah, Thomas doing a nice job starting this first period. Build up a lead.
170, that's your weight class, right?
Third grade.
Final 10 here of the first period. Thomas still looking for ways to get him turned over and increase that lead, but he's going to run out of time before he can put Huss in the cradle. Huss will choose the neutral position to start the second period. Huss drives in. Thomas able to stay away from it. Trying to get around behind.
He does.
Great counter to get the takedown. And he was doing a nice job on top. Had Huss in some trouble. Goes back to that headlock. And this time, trying to get Huss's hips turned.
Huss doing a good job of just trying to get to his stomach, and he does.
Another 3 points pushes the lead to 10, and now the cradle applied. And Huss is going to be pinned.
That was big.
Midway through this second period.
That was big.
And the Cardinals have their first lead with 4 matches to go.
See it again, just impressive. You know, he's had that situation from the majority of this match, and this time he's able to get him on his back and hold him there to get that pin. 24-18 Coon Rapids. Eric Ramos. Brandon Wagner. Eric Ramos for Coon Rapids.
Speaking to some of the Cardinal coaching consulting staff, I suppose you'd call them now, before the match, and they talked about this kid's dedication and what he's done to convince his family to let him wrestle, especially on the weekends. Puts in some extra work so that he can come out, and they're pretty excited to see what he's going to be able to do. And Ramos on the mat against Brandon Wagner for Blaine. Cardinals have the momentum, back-to-back pins at 160 and 170. Strength against strength as they try to toss one another. Ramos trying to get in on the leg. Wagner not allowing it. Oh, nearly had the toss, just not able to get in quick enough as Wagner bounced up and got turned around. Both wrestlers had tried to kind of toss the other aside. It finally worked for Ramos. He just wasn't quick enough to capitalize when Wagner's back was presented.
Slim lead. Yeah. Wagner has a point.
I didn't see the point awarded. I'm not sure what it was for. Unless that was, a good toss. He's going to have points here. Had Ramos in some trouble on the edge. Ramos able to get turned most of the way over, and now bridging. Still a little more than 10 seconds left in this first period.
They're doing a good job of just angling his body to stay off his back. He's going to get points, but he's not going to get the pin.
So he's going to get a takedown and 3 near fall points, and I'm guessing, because I didn't see it, they started in the neutral position and no one had a takedown.
Right.
That when at the very beginning, when the referee asked that they tape his shoelaces, he stepped off the mat. They may have awarded a penalty point.
Penalty point, yeah, because Coach Glenn pushed him back
for stepping off the mat before. After he had been announced. It's the only thing I can figure out, so that's what I'm going with. And a reversal for Wagner to start the second period. And now a big lead for the Bengals at 182.
And Eric has just to make sure he stays out of pinning possibility. Trailing 8-0 here with minute 15 in the second period.
Ramos back up to his base, but needs points in a hurry here, trailing 8-0 midway through the second period. Ramos to his feet and able to get the escape, his first points of the match.
He certainly needed points. He needs a point, got a point, needs a little bit more.
Well, now he needs a takedown that can get Wagner in some trouble. Still plenty of time. Good headlock for Wagner, taking Ramos right to the mat. He's in some trouble in the final seconds again.
He's going to run out.
But that's going to be a 5-point move right there for Wagner and push his lead to 13-1.
Yeah, and again, nice takedown here. He's able to use his leverage to get him turned over. Couldn't get him in the pin, but did pick up the 5 points.
Ramos chose down, and he was allowed to get back to his feet. An 11-point lead for Ramos, or for Wagner rather, and he's thinking as many bonus points as possible.
Clock didn't start
Clock
again.
did not start again. Cardinal bench was screaming for several seconds.
Official tell me to put it at 150, I believe. Blaine's coach didn't look too happy. Gosh, Prokosh.
It's a big kid.
He's a big, very big young man.
Well, and I'm trying to remember
I'd
if
give
he.
him
I
respect.
remember the name.
I do as well.
I don't know that. I don't remember if he was a Blaine wrestler.
I do remember the name as well.
But I certainly remember the name. It's great.
It's a young Joe
Rolls
Young.
off the. Yeah. Two of me and I might be half his height. And if Wagner can pull off another 5-point move, it's going to be a tech fall.
Yeah.
So if he gets something that goes right into a pinning combination, he's going to get a tech fall at least. Instead, it's going to be a takedown for Ramos.
Yeah, nice job. Nice move by Ramos, able to get a couple of points. Cut the lead to 13-4. Approach 40 seconds remaining.
Wagner fights back and gets the escape point. Ramos tried to toss him and didn't get enough oomph on it. Now he's in trouble.
Oh, he is in big trouble here.
And if it isn't a pin, it's going to be a tech fall.
Oh, he's got, there it is.
There is the pin with just 10 seconds left in the third period.
That's tough. That's going to tie it up again.
And now just 3 weight classes remaining.
So we have Nick Berg and Isaac Edison.
Remember when they used to flip the coin and start
I do remember.
at random spots in the order? Atchison, a good toss to get behind Berg, and he's going to get the takedown for his points of the night. And he's got Berg in some trouble very early. Chicken wings. And trying to get him turned over. Berg able to get back to his base, but 3 back points.
Yeah, he's going to build up
and
a quick
5-0 lead for Atchison.
Berg the senior, Atchison the junior.
Atchison able to stay with Berg as he tried to roll out of it. Tried to catch him, and boy, it looked like Atchison nearly put himself in trouble.
He
the
did.
whole Cardinal coaching staff and bench jumped up and said, "Ooh!" But unfortunately, Berg just unable to break free and take advantage of the situation.
Under 30 seconds in this first period.
Berg trying to get control of the legs underneath. Final 5 seconds. Oh, and he put him in the chicken wing underneath there and got 2 more back points right before the end of the period.
Yeah, and that was a big couple of points. Now he takes a 7-0 lead into period number 2. That was a situation where Edison almost got himself in trouble.
There you see the uncomfortable position for Nick Berg on the edge right at the end. And Atchison right back on the attack here to start period number 2, up 7-0. Atchison keeping the pressure on Berg's head. Half Nelson trying to get him turned and does, and Berg in trouble again.
Berg just trying to stay out of that pinning position.
Finally, Atchison had to give up, and then Berg jumped over and now has Atchison in a little bit of trouble.
Couple of points for Berg. Cuts it to 12-2.
And now he needs something to get Atchison turned over.
Got a hold of that right ankle.
Time will expire in the second. Huge lead for Atchison as we start the third period, up 12-2. Berg able to get the reversal. Eventually able to break free and get behind. Only points of the night so far for Nick Berg. He's got to, the very least, limit the points.
Yes, he does.
Against his team.
He's
Only a couple of classes remaining.
Gonna get some points of his own.
Oh, he's got the Nelson in there. Trying to get Atchison turned over. Atchison holding on for dear life and able to get rolled back over. And not surrender any back points. Atchison being warned for stalling underneath.
Well, Atchison with this big lead, would certainly like to hold on at this point, but with approaching a minute remaining in the match.
Right now, looking at a major decision, that would be a big extra point with only 2 matches left.
Yep.
Berg trying to lock him up in the cradle. Atchison able to kick free underneath. 45 seconds remain. Stalling at a penalty point. Atchison to his feet, at least momentarily. Now back to his base. Tried to sit out, got Berg up high, and he's got almost gotten loose. And he's getting Berg rolled over, and Berg is in trouble again late in the period. And there's the pin, and that is huge for the Blaine Bengals with only 9 seconds left. 2 of their pins coming with just seconds left in the 3rd period.
Yeah, it's a tough situation for the Cardinals here with, as you mentioned, just a couple of matches remaining. Now down 30-24, but Edison doing a good job of getting him turned, getting the pin, and getting those 6 points for his squad.
So now any Blaine win seals the victory. Marcus Moore for the Cardinals against Xavier Powers for Blaine. The heavyweights have to come through for the home team.
Yep. Marcus a senior and Powers a junior. A slow go early here.
Moore able to get the takedown.
Gets the first 2 points in the match.
Tried to get the cradle on and almost got caught too high. Powers tried to get the headlock over the top. He's going back for the cradle again. Powers on one knee trying to gain control of the hands. Does fight his way back to his feet and gets the escape. Trip by Moore, but not able to get around behind. Powers holding on to the head. Moore able to get his head loose, but Powers able to scramble around behind and get himself the takedown, and he'll have the 3-2 lead.
Yeah, Moore lost a little bit of a balance, and give Powers credit for getting that reversal and getting those points.
Final seconds ticking away as Powers will just keep the pressure on Moore and go to the 2nd period up 3-2.
Certainly they know how important this match is here. Powers able to get that reversal, get a couple of points.
Powers trying the hip toss, got caught. And the takedown for Moore.
Moore's trying to get him turned, trying to use that leverage to get him turned, and Powers not letting him.
Powers is going to give up some back points, but he's in some trouble. He does have his hips turned. And Moore too high to really do anything about his hips, trying to move his body back, working that half Nelson well. He'll get 3 back points and have a 6-3 lead. Powers able to get to his feet and get away. (7-4) lead for Marcus Moore with 30 seconds remaining in the second period. After back-to-back pins for the Bengals, they have a 30-24 lead. Only 2 weight classes remaining. These guys at 220 and then the heavyweights.
Yeah, we're towards the end here of this period number 2. We're holding that 7-4 lead.
Both trying to get some last-second points here. And the buzzer's going to sound before either can gain control.
That'll be an interesting third period here.
And it's a must-win for Marcus Moore and the Cardinals.
Yep, Moore's going to start from down.
Moore sits out, trying to get around and get the reversal, and he does.
They'll give him a 9-4 lead.
Power is able to get turned around and now driving on his knees, trying to reverse Marcus Moore.
Moore's doing a good job of staying out of that situation. Stalemate.
Under a minute remaining, Moore with a 9-4 lead. Back points would be huge here for the Cardinals. If he could even get 3 back points and get the 4-point major decision instead of the 3 for a regular decision would be gigantic going to the final match. Again, Cardinals have to win.
Yes, they do, to keep it alive.
Powers being warned for stalling. Oh, Powers nearly got rolled, and then Moore nearly got rolled. Both scrambling. Powers trying to hold on to that right leg of Marcus Moore. Down to the final 5 seconds. Moore is going to hold on for the 9-4 win.
So the Bengals will take the slimmest of leads, 3 points into this final match.
Well, it all comes down to the big guys. Gavin Layton for the Cardinals, Dylan Brouillard for Blaine. And here's another one of those
Sophomores,
young bucks that's turning some heads, and Gavin Layton, just a sophomore at heavyweight.
Brouillard, the senior, so he's got a couple of years of experience on him.
Brouillard can clinch it for the Bengals with a win. Layton gets the Cardinals a win with any bonus points. If he wins in decision, we go to tiebreaker.
Yep.
And I'm not certain on how the tiebreakers work, but I believe one of them is who has more pins. And that would be in the Bengals' favor with 3 pins to the Cardinals' 2. Yeah, that forfeit at 106 for the Cardinals, that was big.
Yep, that hurt.
You know, I mean, even if they only give up a decision, that 3 points is the difference in the match right now. Layton trying to get control of Brouillard and bring him back in. Brouillard fighting to stay away, and does. Gavin Layton, same age as my son.
Right.
Nearly twice the size.
I think so.
I'm sure he's well under the 285, but Layton chose the down position.
Hey, he's going to let him out.
Brouillard's going to let him out, or just fake let him out.
Faked him out. Psych.
Layton is able to get up and get the escape.
So Layton gets the first point of this match.
Every point important. It all comes down to the heavyweights. Well, this is what we expected, though, right? Two teams right next to one another in the state standings. 2 programs that
pretty equal,
get pretty fired up to go against one another. Great single-like takedown for Gavin Layton.
Boy, and he almost had him on his back.
Brouillard quickly back to his stomach. Penalty point awarded to Brouillard. Layton staying on top of that head, putting the half Nelson in. Trying to get Brouillard worked over. Got him chest to chest. And Brouillard in some trouble. Still lots of time in this second period. 35 seconds. Layton forcing his will a little too high across the chest. Will he be able to squeeze it and get the Cardinals a dramatic win? Yes, he will.
Wow.
Yes, he will.
Wow.
And the Cardinal fans explode. What a win and what a pin for this young sophomore.
Oh, my word, that was a huge pin for Gavin Layton. Cardinals are going to get the 3-point win. And
What
he
a
is mobbed by his teammates. That was huge, Joe.
gigantic comeback for the Cardinals. They got 2 pins to take the lead at 160 and 170, but then back-to-back pins for the Bengals at 182 and 195 put them in control. Cardinals come back with a decision at 220, and the huge pin for Gavin Layton late in the second period to give the Cardinals a 33-30 win.
Yeah, that's about as exciting as you can get. I mean, this you talked about that forfeit, put them in a 6-0 hole, but the Cardinals did a really nice job of getting back into this, and then it comes down to the big boys. Gavin Layton, the sophomore, beat the senior, got the pin, got the win.
Well, and how important was the coaching maneuvering at 160 and 170, moving Moses Demba up to 160 and still getting the pin at 170 as well.
It was very good decision, and this is a huge win for the Cardinals.
Gigantic, and again, both Section 7, both conference teams, obviously. Cardinals stay undefeated in the Northwest Suburban, but the big dog is on the horizon. The Anoka Tornadoes, now I think 3-time defending conference champions.
I believe so.
And they are highest ranked.
Yeah, ranked 7th.
As of highest ranked in the conference and the section.
Yeah, the new poll
came out today. And they will host the Cardinals next Friday, or next Thursday. We will be there.
Yep. It
that
says Friday,
mistaken,
but
it is next Thursday.
Yep.
Girls basketball next Tuesday, the 15th, against the Andover Huskies, and then more girls basketball on Tuesday, the 22nd. But wow, what a finish here at the Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse. A pin to clinch for Gavin Layton at heavyweight, and the Cardinals on alumni night come away with a big win over the Blaine Bengals, 33-30, the final.
A lot of fun.
That is going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score, Coon Rapids 33, Blaine 30. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying good night.